Hey guys, my name is Girish and welcome back to another video on productivity. And in this video we are going to discuss the anatomy of productivity system, which basically means we are going to see how a productivity system should look like. So without any delay, let's get started. I'm going to divide this video in two parts. First one is the properties of a system and second one are the contents of the system. If you are wondering why I'm suddenly talking about productivity system, then you can go and check out my previous video where I talked about ways to be more productive, and spoiler alert, productivity system is one of them. I have provided the video link in the description, so you can go and check that video out before watching this video. System property number 1, analog versus digital. Not long ago people used to do everything on pen and paper, and even today few people prefer to use pen and paper for certain activities, and there are a lot of forms in which you can create a productivity system in analog format. Bullet journaling is one of the famous format of it, and I actually have one of the bullet journal. I'm maintaining it myself. If you want to know more about bullet journal, I have already posted a video about it. You can go and watch that video. I will also link down that video in the description. But in today's world where digital screens are literally floating around us, many people prefer to go with the digital format of productivity system, including myself. Currently my productivity system is 100% on my smartphone. I'm going to show my personal productivity system in my next video, so make sure you are subscribed to my channel so that you will get notified about that video. System property number 2, simplicity. No matter whether it's analog or digital, the system should be simple to use. For an instance, let's say you want to drink water from a bottle, but in order to open the bottle cap, you have to solve a mathematical problem of integration. This will either consume more time to open the bottle than drinking the water, or you will not drink water at all. Similar things will happen if your system is not simple to use. Either you will spend more time on system than your work, or you will not use the system at all. System property number 3, accessibility. The system you are creating should be easily accessible. Let's continue our water bottle example. If the water bottle is placed on your table or within your reach, you will drink water more often. But if the bottle is placed inside a fridge or in other room, you won't use that bottle and drink water even if you are thirsty. Similarly, if your system is not easily accessible, it's very highly unlikely that you will overcome the friction and make an effort to use that system. This concludes the first part. Now let's see what should be the contents of the productivity system, which means what tool should be there to achieve more productivity. Tool number 1, note taking. As far as our brain is concerned, our brain is a supercomputer which is great in generating new ideas, but it performs poorly when it comes to store those ideas for longer period of time. That's why it's essential for your system to have note taking ability, so that whenever you encounter something worthwhile or think of something interesting, you can immediately note it down. Tool number 2, checklist. Checklists are very powerful tools when it comes to productivity. Do you know, during the first human landing on the moon, they actually had a checklist stick near their seat so that they can perform complex operation without even missing a minor step. Even the top surgeons in the world carry a checklist while performing complicated operation.
A few moments later.
Even the top surgeons in the world carry a checklist while performing complicated operations. If such a complicated tasks can be performed without any error using checklist, then we can use this powerful tool in our day-to-day life tasks. In fact, I have a checklist prepared to write the script of this video, to shoot the video and edit the video as well. Another common form of checklist which is widely used over the world is to-do list, where you just mention few of the tasks you want to perform and you just tick mark them as you complete those tasks. Tool number 3, event or task tracker. We all have to complete tasks, but tasks म्हणताना काय प्रॉब्लेम येतोय? We all have to complete tasks when it comes to our personal or professional life. We also have some important meetings or events happening. Your system must have a provision to keep track of these tasks, events or meetings, and it should inform you well in advance about the same. This helps in organizing our time in a better way, and knowing where we are going to spend our time well in advance, we can avoid commitment overlapping. Tool number 4, habit tracker. Here is a particular thing about habits. Habits won't give you instant gratification. You get rewards from a habit in the long run, and that's why people can't develop habits. Habit tracker solves this problem. When you mark the habit as completed for the day, it gives us a sense of accomplishment, which is some sort of instant gratification, which in turn motivates us to perform that habit on a regular basis. Habit tracker also gives you the idea whether a particular habit is suitable for you or not, and you can change things accordingly. So that's it from the video, and if you liked what you just saw, just hit that like button. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about this video and what I can do to make my videos better in future. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay safe.